Transcribing and recording. Okay. Mm, right. Entire screen. I'll share. Okay. Welcome everybody to the third day of training.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Welcome everyone to the third day of the training. And our today's agenda basically has a lot of things, but then it depends on how we progress. I will put a timer after an hour to have a break and then continue again. Yes. So I've put a timer now. And yes. So first we will do some recaps about what we learned last week, and there will be some questions for those recaps, and then we will continue with the data model, and then we will continue with the other topics like setup and configuration hands-on. Today I am thinking of showing you how the application looks like in the iPad device or maybe mobile device. I have it installed in my iPad. So after the break, maybe I'll log in from the iPad as well. Okay. Yeah, so few things are there which today I plan to cover, but it depends on how in which speed we go. Okay. So last week we learned about the base data model and enhanced data model and what are the differences. So this is a recap of what is there in base and enhanced data model. So basically, base data model is simpler and supports core retail data and execution workflows, whereas the enhanced data model supports a deeper relationships like, say, product hierarchy, multi-location, customer structure, etc. More objects and hierarchies. Everything is supported by enhanced data model. If you see the topics or the aspects, there are aspects and topics which are present in both data models. That's what is captured here. Like, say, visit tracking is available in base and enhanced both data model, but it is up to the requirement, what you are going to use and what in the next 5 years roadmap the company has in its view. And you can kind of select what data model you want to use. Like, say, base model in visit tracking, what you can do is field reps can execute the planned visits and capture basic visit data. But in enhanced model, it has some richer planning features such as objectives, tasks, optimized routing, advanced tracking, etc. And then in order management, we have the standard order management in the base model, whereas in enhanced data model, we have some enhanced capabilities, which has promotions, more detailed order processing, complex pricing are all part of enhanced order management. Inventory tracking in base data model, again, we have simple stock levels at each location, whereas in enhanced model, we have deeper inventory insights with alerts and replenishment input. Again, in analytics, we have basic reports, dashboards like we have in all other core setup of Salesforce. But in enhanced data models, we have advanced reporting, better capabilities, wider metrics, embedded insights, support for combining execution and promotions together, showing executions and promotions together. So I have got one link for looking at the difference or the similarities from mobile app perspective. I'm not going to that, because the link is already given. You guys can always go and check, what is there in the mobile app perspective. But yes, you are going to see how mobile app works and all. Okay, from the recap perspective, I have few questions which you can try to answer. So our company is expanding into a new region. The field sales reps are frequently visiting retail stores, but notice that discrepancies in stock levels are there due to outdated data. Which functionality or feature in CG Cloud would help address this feature effectively? So we have four options: real-time inventory sync, product object modifications, enhanced account management with store audits, custom reports and promotions. So who wants to answer this?
Real-time inventory synchronization.
Yes, real-time inventory synchronization, because there might be a tie-up between enhanced account management with store audits and all, but there is nothing, no object called store audit here in CG Cloud. But yes, inventory management is there. Number two, a sales manager at GlobeCon wants to evaluate the impact of a recent promotion in in-store sales. Which objects and data model components should be analyzed to gain insights into store compliance and promotional effectiveness? This is also uh, not that complex. Who can uh, answer this?
Lead and opportunity objects.
No, see, if you are looking at the question, it is more about promotion and in-store sales. And the company,
Oh,
yeah,
visit and promoting promotion
promotion
objects.
objects. Yes, right. So during visit, we are going to capture, the orders, and, we are going to capture all the um, feedback and everything. And definitely promotion object is there to capture promotion effects. Okay. Number three is the company wants to ensure that field sales reps can quickly capture inventory counts, place restocking orders, and update promotional displays during store visits, and which configuration will help us amongst these four options.
Option A.
Yes, option A is there, and there is a tie with option B as well. Some people might think of enhanced data model because so many, topics are there. But then again, yes. So if the company is only concerned about basic features of inventory counts, placing restocking orders, promotional displays during store visits, then base data model should suffice. So in this case, if you are going to use enhanced data model, then there will be a lot of complexities involved, and you are not going to use a lot of features if it is just the basic things needed. So yes, base data model with standard visit tracking. Okay, number four is the back office operations team in the company needs to focus product demand across stores and ensure sufficient stock levels, specifically for fast moving items. Which data model component should be analyzed to predict restocking needs effectively amongst these four?
Option B.
Option B, yes. So no other ones. This is very direct. It is going to be inventory data, and there is no base data model mentioned here. So it will be option B. Okay, number five is GlobeCon INC recently ran a campaign to boost sales in the food and beverages category. Field sales rep need to confirm that in-store promotions for these products are prominently displayed. So which functionality should be used amongst these four?
Looks like option B and option C. Any one of them.
Mm.
C
So
is
No, so basically it is visit records with fields for promotion compliance tracking, because in visit you are going to capture the planogram and railogram where these things like the during the promotion, what was the plan to put the products, how the products would look like on the shelves, and how the products are really looking like now when the visit is happening. And these are captured in visit records. And if there is any compliance, then promotion compliance tracking fields would be used. So visit records with promotion compliance tracking. There is nothing called inventory position. I mean, inventory is going to talk about only the inventory, but not about in-store promotions. So it is option B. Number 6 is the sales manager wants to evaluate the performance of FSRs across different regions. So it is about performance. To ensure that they are meeting daily targets, which combination of objects should be supporting this analysis?
FSR performance metrics.
The
Yes.
option B.
Right. So this is the only option where we have the matrix, performance matrix mentioned, and definitely visit record is there. Right. Good. So we have recapped. I think I have 6 questions. Yes. Right. So we have the data model recap. So last time what we have seen is, wasn't there any notes here? Sorry. Yes. Um.
Uh, Sorry, before we move
Yes.
forward,
Yes.
I have just couple of questions.
Yes.
First,
Tell me.
can you upgrade from base to enhanced data model anytime? Like suppose we are building something and we have went forward
Hmm.
for the base data model,
Hmm.
and then we came to know that we have to upgrade to the enhance.
Yes, I don't think it is that easy upgrading, but yes, this is a question that I have to answer you offline. I'm not very sure of what is the process. Okay, I might have learned it before but forgot. I can take this down and
Is there
answer
any
you in the channel.
license?
Yeah.
Is there any licenses for enhanced
Yes.
data model?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. License. I mean, how easy it is.
Mm-hmm.
That I have to figure out and tell you. Okay.
Okay.
Mm. So yeah, question regarding enhance upgrading, right?
Yeah. So
Upgrading
there
to
will be
data
extra
model.
charges for the licenses and all.
Yes, licenses charges will be there, but process and complexity I have to just check to know the process. Upgrading,
Mhm.
it's not like a day's job or something. Okay. Okay, so right. So data model recap, where we had gone through the store setup part and product part, I guess. So we can broadly divide the data model into 4 groups. Store setup will talk about account, location, store groups, retail stores, in-store locations, and store action plan template. If you remember, we have accounts as normal, accounts which can be used for billing, ordering, all these things. It is the main parent thing that the company will do business with. And we can also use a account hierarchy to capture other child accounts. We have retail stores, which are physical stores. We have locations, which is the physical address of the retail stores. Store groups could be group of the stores which could be based on geography, or which could be based on type of store. Like a store might be a superstore, or a store might be a medical store where the same product is sold. Sometimes in medical stores we sell, say, health drinks. In medical stores you can get those, as well as in supermarket stores you can get. So that kind of store grouping could be done. Grouping is also based on geography, what kind of promotions you generally do in those areas. So all those could be parameters of doing store groups. It depends on the business how they group their sales. In-store locations is again, something, the locations inside the store. Some locations might be, when you just enter the store, that is an entry location, and you have different aisles in superstores generally, and you have a check-in counter, where you generally pay, and in that payment counter few small things are kept so that at the last moment, the customer picks up things. So these are in-store locations where the company strategically places their products. So that is also part of the data model. Store action plan template is more about the tasks that you are that the FSRs are going to carry out in a particular store, and it is a template because it is a blueprint kind of a thing which could be reused. So it is mainly a junction object. We have action plan template, and for store we have stored action plan template when it is associated to a store. It is a standardized blueprint that is designed by mainly back office team, and it could be many at a time for a store. Like for a particular store, you might have a general action plan, and you might have a promotion going on at a certain time, where you are also going to follow some other promotion capturing tasks along with the general tasks that you carry on in that store or in that store group. So it is basis the season or basis the promotions that you are running. We can so this is store setup that we have already discussed last week. We have also discussed something about the product, like we have product category, we have products, product templates, and assortments. So products could be directly associated to the stores, like you can have products selling in the stores, and you can have assortments basically based upon what kind of products mainly go in those stores. Like I talked about medical stores. Say for a company who sells maybe juices, drinks, energy bars, etc. The medical store might be only selling certain kind of products, and that is maybe the energy bar or maybe the health drink only. So that is a type of assortment that you a grouping of products that you get that you create for that particular type of stores. And you have assortment object where you keep that kind of group of products and only assign to that store or that store groups. So there are products that you that generally goes into that into the stores, into all the stores. So you will have store products junction object everywhere, where almost 90% of your products of the company will be associated, because it is the parent, right? And then assortment might have some of the products as part of assortment, and that might be associated as assortment. Okay, so we have visit execution and we have sales agreement after that. So we will be starting with promotions. Last week we had ended with product. Yes, right. So we have, if you see, we have promotions data model. If you want the actual story behind it, you can go to Trailhead. This is the Trailhead link. And here we are going to talk about how the data model looks like. So promotions basically could be part of larger campaign to spread awareness about a new product, or can be part of targeted objective. So it can be something new the company has launched, or it may be like Christmas sale, or whatever Diwali sale kind of a thing, which is a targeted objective. And CG Cloud will help you running promotions in 3 levels. So it might be individual product level promotion, it might be general promotion of products. You always run some kind of promotion. Always, your company gives something free for, if you buy 2 products, you get one free, things like that. It is a general promotion that the company runs throughout the year. And there might be a product category on which you might do a promotion. So yeah, so if you have, like, say, energy bars, if you see here, if you have energy bars as a product category, you might have a promotion of that particular category. So right, here you have promotion of launch of a new product, and you have different promotion channels, where I will tell you which are the promotion channels. Say, associate a promotion with a particular retail store. You can associate a promotion with the retail store group, or you can associate a promotion with the highest account as well. So that is called channel. And when you are talking about promotions, it could be the same promotion might go into different channels. You might have the same promotions at account level, at store level, or at group level. There is no limitation, like if you have this at group, you cannot have at individual stores. So yes, again, you can have in-store locations, one in-store location, say, the check-in aisle, or maybe the uh, payment desk. So in the payment desk or checkout counter, you might have one. The location is only one, but you might be having promotions of multiple products or multiple product categories going on at the same time. So there is a one-to-many relationship. Um, if you talk about content, okay, assessment task and content document. Basically, assessment task content document is going to store the notes and pictures of a field rep that he will take during a promotional visit. While performing a promotional test check task, he is going to look at he is going to store his all inputs in assessment task content document. Whatever he has to capture, he will be storing in this particular object.
It's basically the file object in basic Salesforce we have, right?
Yes, we have. That is, yes, content document object. Yes. And you have planogram, realogram as well, where you are going to store the pictures, and you are going to see the pictures which are given from your company, that this is how it should look like. Right. And apart from that, yeah, so this is the first thing, that whenever you are looking at any data model, this is the first thing that you should look at, that what are the base objects that you are getting, and what are the core objects, means core CG Cloud objects. So base objects here, you all can figure out that all these content document or account or product and product categories are going to be base objects. And the other ones, promotion channels, in-store location, retail location, retail stores, they are part of CG Cloud object. And there are some junction objects, of course, to support um, the joining of these core and base. So this is how a promotions would run. You can have one promotion in different places, you can have in different channels, and you can have different products, different product category promotions. You can have same promotion running in the same in-store location. So this is the promotion data model. Hmm. And yes, this is what I have about the promotions. Any questions you have, you can ask me, or you can ask after the session as well. Yes, this is,
Consumer goods,
yeah.
consumer good objects are custom object or standard objects?
No, those are not standard. Those are not standard objects which you get in sales and service. They are to be, you have to install CG Cloud app, and there you are going to get this. You don't have to create these objects. Once you install, you will get these apps.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
This is what I mean. You showed in the previous diagram. That was the CG Cloud schema builder, right?
Yes. Right.
And the promotional channel, which is that the promotion channel is the junction object, right? As I can see,
No,
promotion channel.
junction object is this one. Promotion object is again, I mean, it's promotion channel
Promotion
is
channel,
just
yes,
it's
promotion
it's
channel.
just an object. I mean, it's just an object where you have lot of relationships, but it is not a
Hmm.
junction object. Junction object is here only promotion product.
Okay, okay, okay.
It is a separate object. Okay, just we will the next one is basically planogram data model. This is something which is completely new for okay, I'm trying to look at my notes. Okay, planogram is a visual merchandising guide. If you think about the definition, it is a guide that exactly shows where products should be placed on a store shelf to maximize its visibility, customer attraction, and sales. And planogram compliance is uh, key metrics that are commonly monitored. So when you are talking about compliance, it is something like, some points given to the field sales reps saying that you should look at all these points, and your KPIs should be based on all these points on how the promotions are running or how the products are placed. So organizations will typically track a few core matrix to ensure planogram compliance in high visibility store locations where priority brands are displayed. So if your company have some premier brands as well, which are displayed in very prominent location in a store, or in stores which are probably in richer areas, say the products that you will have in a store which is in a suburb will differ from the products that you will have in a metro location, right, in a posh location, which we say. So you will have premier products there, and companies track these KPIs very closely. So this is very important to capture all the planogram compliance. So if you see, share of shelf is one of the planograph compliance uh, matrix. Share of shelf is in a shelf of that particular store. How much percentage are you going to, put to your premier product? Like, is it 50% that will capture the 50% of the shelf that this product will capture, and other 50% will might have your competitor's product or something else, maybe your product but non-premier, depends on how it is defined. Number of product facings, especially at eye level compared with competitor facings. So if you take an average visitors or average consumers height, at his eye level, how many of your products should be visible in the shelves? Is it mainly your products that is getting visible, or how the store manager is using the shelf? So number of product facing, again, this is a number. And then missing or misplaced products on shelves. If you have something given in the planogram saying that this product should be visible in the shelf, but you are not seeing that in the shelf, either it is out of stock, or maybe the manager is not uh, taking care of what he is being told about the compliance. So it might be anything, reason might be anything. So that is also a kind of matrix that the field sales rep is going to capture. So to support the compliance, these are the things that you will need, like planogram images, which are uploaded and stored for visual verification. So you'll have the planogram object where you are going to store the company is going to store some pictures for you, and when you compare the picture with the um, with what you see in the shelf, you are able to understand whether the compliance is 100% or it is not there. Planogram specifications or guidelines are also stored as documents and linked to the images of reference for reference. So if you are not able to understand the percentage and all those are given as document in the documents. So to carry out the planogram audits, you must associate the image objects in and the in-store location object. So yeah, so these are few kind of tricks which you have to do when you are actually implementing this planogram audit. If planogram audit is something that you are going to take care of in your implementation, then image object and in-store location object is something that you will be working with. This relationship informs how the products are arranged in a particular store location. Okay. What you have? Okay. So in there are some details of this one. I can dive a bit deeper here, which says talks about like planogram image storage. So if you see that there is a image object here, it is an object used to store the photo, the planogram photo or the shelf photo. It represents the actual visual proof of shelf layout or the compliance. And the planogram specification document, which might be a doc, a PDF, whatever it is, which again will have some guidelines. It will have Salesforce file, content document, the file record, plus related system objects like you'll often see like content version, content document link, all those which are inside in Salesforce file feature. What it represents is the specification sheet, placement rules, expected facings, percentages, etc. Now, linking the specification document to the planogram image, relationship method is like content document link that particular object connecting to the content document, and it connects to the image record, meaning the image record is references the or has the related files that contains the planogram specs. Planograms compliance matrix. These metrics are usually captured as fields in execution or compliance record, sometimes supported by child line items depending on the implementation. So you might have to create a field or create a custom object. It depends on how you want to implement, how many KPIs the company wants to capture as part of planogram compliant matrix. And that matrix would be like share of shelf, typical CG Cloud. Your product's common storage is a numeric percentage field. Share of shelf is 50% or 20% for my particular product. Typical CG Cloud pattern, it is captured during a visit as part of shelf audit. So your FSR is going to do a shelf audit, or it can be also a part of in-store execution activities. So shelf audit is part of in-store execution activities. Either you keep shelf audit and keep this, share of shelf as part of shelf audit, or you can also keep as, general part of visit execution tasks. So these are the typical patterns that CG Cloud implementations follow. Uh, this is the share of shelf, and then product facings, which is the number 2 compliance here. It is generally to see in eye level and how many products are there from the competitors in the same eye level. So generally, you have, common storage locations for this. In the same compliance record, you can have eye level facing, competitor facing. Those fields are already there, and you can make use of those fields. And definitely, if you have to capture something else, you'll have to create custom fields there. Child line records for per product, per brand, you can also use for capturing these kind of uh, compliances. So these are the common patterns that I'm talking about, which are used in CG Cloud implementation. These are not standard objects like share of shelf or facings. You will not find them as objects. You will find them as fields on CG Cloud. As I told, it might be field in a compliance object, or it might be field in child, in product child of product object. As you can create some custom object to support these fields. So these are very important metrics that you will have to capture when you are using the planogram data model, specifically when you are doing a audit, shelf audit. Okay, we will dive deeper into visit in our upcoming sessions, because this is the most important part. So when we go to visit our we may think that visit is the central part of CG Cloud, right? I mean, that is what we are trying to capture here, that how field sales rep executes the visit, what are the things that he wants to capture. But the other things are kind of creates a base for the visit, right? So whenever you guys go for discovery sessions with a customer who might need CG Cloud implementation, the common mistake that most of the people do is to start from visit. But visit being the central part of it, it should not be the start of your discovery. Your discovery should go as per sequence, like we have gone through the data model, right? So you should first go about how their accounts and store placements are, and then you should go for the product mastering, how their products are aligned, what are the brands and what are the categories that they serve, that they create, manufacture, the company, or sell. And apart from that, what are the relationship between the stores and product, what products goes into what kind of stores. Once you master the account and product, then you come to promotions, and then you come to visit data model, because before this you cannot really um, think about how the right questions about your visit data. When you go for discovery, you are going to ask the questions, right? So if you know that what kind of stores and products the company is serving, then only you will be able to capture the right questions. So once we delve into the visit data model, we can see that there are a lot of things that are part of visit data. At the left side, you would see a lot of objects which talks about actions or activities. You have action plan template, you have action plan template, item, and versions. Versions are nothing but for the same template record. If you are going to change that record, it just creates the current version. So it's just like a file version or something. So it's like the action plan template is the blueprint of the actions plan. What are the things that the FSRs are going to execute, and items are basically what are the things, the small things like questionnaire maybe, or maybe audit check, maybe um, looking at the restocking things, products which might need restocking, or looking at the products that are given to the stores to support their selling, right? Products or assets, sorry, those are not products, those are assets, so you have to also capture those things. So something like a fridge freezer is given, maybe for your company sells food items, so you will have to give a fridge to keep those food items fresh, like maybe milk, maybe things like juices and all, which needs a freezer. So your company may be giving the freezer to the store, and you are going to check the condition of that asset as well. So all those would be part of your action plan item. And yeah, action plan template is there, action plan item is there. So all those things are part of your visit execution. You will have assessment task order, and you will have lot of tasks which are again part of the assessment task, like you will have deliveries, you will have signature collection task, you will have component task, and based on all of these you will have the KPIs. See, if you see KPIs are related to indicator definitions, assessment indicator definitions, task indicator definitions. So all of these comes into picture when you start looking at visit functionality. um, Indicator definitions and task indicator definition and normal indicator definition, these are all supporting objects which will ultimately help you to capture the KPIs. It might be the visit KPI or it might be the store KPI itself. If you look at the data model, there are a lot of fields that you could see which are part of KPIs, like actual string value, or the type and start date, end date of the particular KPIs. Visit KPI also have the same thing. Whatever KPIs you are trying to capture, it might not be a lifelong KPI, or it might be. I mean, it depends what kind of KPIs you are trying to capture. Like seasonal KPIs might be there, like how much, what percentage of my delivered order are getting sold in Christmas season or in Diwali season, whatever it is. So it might have a start date and end date of that particular KPIs. Right. So visit data model is very, very complex. Once we go through the functionalities, once we dive deeper into visit, we will be able to kind of figure out what, um, how we relate these objects to each other. But it is a bit complex. So I would require all of you to do some hands-on, going forward, that, so that when you say you go and just create a visit object, when you create a visit objects, you would be knowing that what other objects you will be required to kind of create. If you just go and create randomly a visit object, you will see in this fields there are a lot of things which are mandatory, but you have not created those before. So via that kind of hands-on, you'll be able to understand what you need to create before you create a visit record, and how those are related to the visit. Yes, so we will go to kind of looking at how visit looks like in our actual application in Salesforce web, and definitely in Salesforce mobile as well. But before that, we are just going through the data model, so that at that point of time we can kind of recollect what we learned. Yes, so retail store KPI data model. I will see if I have any notes here. No, I don't have. So
Then all
companies.
these
Hmm,
KPIs, sorry
right.
to interrupt.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
that is
all
okay.
these KPIs are like standard KPIs that is already made in the CG Cloud, or
Yes.
we can customize them accordingly.
You can customize, but yes, there are KPIs, that are already there, and the CG Cloud is optimized for uh, consumer goods product. So you will see that most of your needs are being sufficed by whatever is there in your CG
Mhm.
Cloud, objects. Whatever fields are there, it might suffice, but then again, it depends on if you want to capture completely something else, not the ones that are given there.
And also we can generate reports based on these KPIs.
Yes, you can generate reports.
KPIs are
So
basically
that is
fields
why.
here, right?
Yes. So it is an object where there are a lot of, fields which are related to other, objects and fields. So the framework is already given to you, and you are going
Got
to wisely, implement, capture data in those fields.
it.
So yes, companies use generally why they use these metrics. They use these metrics to measure product performance, planogram compliance, promotion effectiveness, and other business outcomes. Um, Key performance metrics are defined using assessment indicator definitions. So, assessment indicator definition is a master list of definition, and it is better. It is a bit complex. So, if we go to the trailhead, I think we have the fields as well here to show you. Yes. So, are you able to see the screen?
Yes,
Uh,
it's
Yes,
visible.
the
yes.
trailhead screen, right? So, right. So, this is the assessment indicator definition names. So, if you see in the object, number of product facings on a shelf, the data type is a number, and the business objective is comparative analysis of the competitor products and prices. This way, you will have, fields like display price, share of shelf, what is the general feedback on the taste and quality of a new product, are they well stocked? Is the promotion compliant? Demo date. So these are all the definitions that you are going to indicator assessment indicator definition object. And then you also have the objectives here, right? So whenever you are kind of implementing the CG Cloud, you are going to see what objective the business wants to fulfill with their assessment indicators. So that is how you choose what definition you want to use for the implementation. And then you will have retail store KPI objects. So retail store KPI objects, the same thing that I was showing here. This is the assessment indicator definitions, and you might have multiple retail store KPIs which might be part of your assessment indicator definition. Retail store KPI object will have um, field in a retail store KPI object. If you see, it will be the retail store group, say for which retail store group you are capturing the KPI. In store location category, primary shelves, it might be the primary shelves or checkout counter, whatever it might be. It then it will capture for which product you are going to capture that KPI. Okay, I'm going to capture KPIs for this particular product. What is the indicator definition that you are going to use here? I'm going to use a share of shelf. uh, it might be anything else that for each of these indicator definition you will have to run these KPIs. So for the Alpine Yeti bar energy bar, what is the share of shelf? You are going to have a record with all these fields. And again, for Alpine, the same product, what is the general feedback? What is the display price? So for each assessment and the indicator definition, you will have the KPI. Here, the KPI type will differ. So for this particular share of shelf definition, the KPI type is share of shelf. For any other particular indicator definition, the type will vary. The unit of measure will vary. So if the unit of measure for share of shelf is percentage, for another one, like say display price, it will be decimal, number, decimal, right? If it is demo date, it will be date time. So like that, all the KPIs are how, this is how you create the KPI records for a particular product in a particular uh, what do I say, in a particular store. There are some target values, like when what that you already have, that my target value is say 30% of the shelf should have this product. And then you might have a field which says that this is the actual value, where you again capture what you see in actual, whether you see 30% or it is less or more. Then retail store KPI, again, one more example is there, which is talking about the promotional KPIs. Say in this retail store groups, which is a specialty store, we are, the company is trying to do a promotion in checkout counter for its Yeti bar products. So here the assessment indicator definition that you are going to use in the checkout counter is small, right? It doesn't have a big shelf. So you might have just the display units. How many units of your Yeti bar should be there in the checkout counter? So you have to also intelligently use that what indicator definitions you will use for which location, which in-store location, or for which purpose. Like this one is for promotion. Generally, you do promotions in prominent locations, like checkout counters, or the moment you enter the shop. There might be some entry counter where you have all those small things displayed. So that is how how you are going to connect the dots when you are doing the discovery, that what kind of KPI you want to capture, in which location do you want to capture it, and for that what assessment indicator definition you are going to use. So promotion might be, yes, launch of Yeti bar, it might be launch of a new thing, or it might be whatever, Diwali special, something like that. And again, there also you will have a target value. Like for this particular promotion in the checkout counter, at least 10 Yeti bars should always be displayed. If two is picked up by a customer, it should be again, replenished by two more. So things like that, so that at any time whenever the field sales rep is kind of checking that shelf, at whatever time of the day he comes, he should always see this target value. If not, he is going to capture it as a non-compliance maybe. Yeah, so right. So yeah, again, I mean, when you are talking about the reports, you can have a lot of questions, what kind of KPIs, depending on what kind of KPIs you have captured. Yeah, so these questions are basically very, very much, needed. These are the basic questions which you get answer out of when you look at these records. And these are the questions that you ask when you are starting to do these implementation. These are the questions, like where something is tracked, where it is being where it is being tracked, and what is being tracked, how is it being tracked. How is it being tracked is the actual KPI type. When is it being tracked? Is it a particular date, or is it generalized throughout the year? What is the expected value is the target value. So even when you have all these objects filled with records, this is how you will have your reports. These are the fields on which you will make your reporting. You will create your reporting object on. Right. So KPIs are very important, which this is heart of the visit. That is why I wanted to show you from the Trailhead itself, because Trailhead has a good bringing into life thing. They have good examples. Yeah, so this is what probably I have already shown you. I don't need to go through it again. This is the same, fields and types, data types and business objective of each field. Um, and yes, these are, how those two examples that I have talked about, like share of shelf, display unit number, etc. So this is how, yes, you look at. Right. This is again another one, template data model. So do you have any question about the KPI data model, or should we?
No.
Okay. Okay, let us delve into the template data model. We don't have a lot of time before the break, but we can just start with it. The data model now moves from business planning to visit. So this is also, the previous things were, part of your overall business planning, but these activity templates, these are all part of your visit planning and execution. If you do not have these templates set up, your visit planning will not go as optimally as you have hoped. I mean, otherwise you do not use CG Cloud if you are not able to use all these. The focus is on structuring how sales managers organize tasks and how field reps capture performance data during store visits. Since matrix and targets are already defined, now the goal is to introduce a clear cut structure that supports efficient task management and visit execution. So once you are done with the metrics, now it is the time to structurize your visit, what tasks you are going to I mean, in one word, it is what are the tasks that the field sales rep is going to do while they are conducting a visit. So we might think that it is just going and having some line items, but inside CG Cloud the structure is quite complex. So it is just to kind of make optimal use of records. Say if you have a template, it is a blueprint, right? I mean, you can reuse that template in multiple stores in the same location maybe. So that is why there are so many templates and template item objects there. So you have some standard objects and you will have some consumer goods objects as in the color coding. So standard objects are there like action plan template. I think you have the same standard objects in core as well, and you are going to get to see this in field service as well. Action plan templates are there. So action plan templates, action plan template version, action plan template item, values are all part of standard objects. Consumer goods cloud objects, again, I mean, you have already seen all these: store groups, store KPIs, task definitions, indicator definition. So all of these are CG cloud objects which are associated with the action plans in this template data model. So if you see, a particular retail store might have multiple action plan templates associated with it. And then one action plan template might be associated to multiple retail store. Uh, Depending on a particular retail store might have a generic action plan template. It might have a promotional action plan template. It might have a seasonal action plan template. For a particular group of consumers, it might have action plan template. Particular group of products, it might have action plan template. So it's not like, it's just limited to one. So as much as action plan templates you can have for a particular retail store, depending on the business requirement. Again, versions are nothing but, sorry, I'm having a call. Okay, so I think we can, this is the time for our break. um I think we can kind of go through the other uh, part of this template data model. Sorry, I don't know why. Sorry for that. The last part of the template data model I'm going to go through after the break then. And now we can take a break. It's 1 hour already. We can take a break and maybe come back after 10 minutes. Or do you want a longer one?
10 minutes is fine.
Ah, okay. So I'll start a timer maybe. Okay. Thank you. I stopped sharing. Okay. And right. Okay. Okay. Are you able to hear me? Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I have logged in with another iPad. Okay. So that, I thought that, I will just show you how the mobile application looks like, and then we can again continue with the data model. Because that application is installed in the iPad, and I thought of just showing you guys. So, right, should we kind of wait for a minute for others to come in? We can wait for a minute. Looking at my iPad now, and I'm also sharing my iPad screen. So, hmm. So if you see in my iPad screen, so this is the CG Cloud. Are you able to see? There is, after the Google Chrome icon, there is this purple bottle and box, that icon. So that is basically the CG Cloud um, handheld app icon. So once you click in this on this icon, it is going to ask you for uh, user ID, password, general user ID, password, like in login.salesforce.com. However, since I am entering into my custom domain, and you will also enter in your custom domain whenever you do hands-on or whenever you do implementation. There will be some domain specified, right? So then there is a link called custom domain where you are going to put that domain link. So once you kind of get into the, yeah, once you kind of log in to this application, give the user ID and password, it is going to then download from your web. So you will see some, arrows and, some stages which completes, once it syncs with your web application. So that it is going to get most of your, data that is there in the web application, depending on how you have configured the mobile application. So there are some places in the web application where you can kind of configure that these are the features I want to sync from web to mobile, and those are the things that are going to be there in your mobile data. However, the look and feel is completely different, and it's not at all, it doesn't at all look same. So you can here in your, this is how your pump top device will look like when you log in. And your, if you click here, you will be able to see some menus. These menus are again configurable. You will be able to see a lot of other menus as well, depending on the configuration. And if you see your settings, this is the landing page that, there are some, options of landing page that you will be able to use. Where I am trying to use advanced user cockpit. However, for me, user cockpit and advanced user cockpit, everything is showing as the same. I don't know why, but it's showing the same. In advanced user cockpit, you'll be able to see a lot of more cards. Right now you are just seeing This is the cockpit that you're seeing now. Um, it is showing me cockpit, but I have selected maybe advanced user cockpit is not activated here. So these are the cards that you see. There is a summary card, there is a tour schedule card, notification card. There will be other cards here in advanced cockpit, like there will be order, there will be, planograms. There will be, like, the tour schedule, and for each this is tour cockpit, I think. Yes. So for this visits, you can click on each, you can click on each of the tour, and you can see that for what are the visits that you have today. So this is a kind of advanced cockpit that you can see, where you have much more cards. There will be other cards as well. So depending on those cards, the FSR is going to enter its data into this. Like, see, tour message, there is nothing here. Start tour is there, and you have the map here at the right side. You have some planned trips. You can view the visits, which says that, if you click on view the visits, it will show you the map at the right side, and the visit list at the left side in a sequence. And you can again, open a visit. Once you open a visit, so this is the store cockpit that you are going to see. Again, there will be a lot of more cards. This is just the default one that we have. So if you go to a store, the view you see is called store cockpit. And there you will see orders, you'll see customer details, you'll see planograms. All of these, you are going to see there. You can see analytics card as well, depending on whether you are going to do the analytics in Salesforce itself. Some applications, some customers do the analytics in their, Power BI or something like that. And then, sometimes we have to integrate Power BI here, or might be, you just put the link of Power BI here. So it depends on how you implement, but it's not that, you are just going to see these three. There will be a lot of others. So here you can't see the start visit being activated. Let me go to the first two ones. See, everything says open visit, and there is no start visit is not activated here. Should have been. What is the date? Is it today's? It is today's, I think. There is a calendar. So you will see a calendar card also here, so that you can directly go to the calendar from here. I don't see the calendar here. It is not. Notifications to schedule sync status. What is this? 1, 2 remaining. Okay. In my settings, main menu user cockpit and advanced user cockpit. There is no calendar here. I think we will have to, I will have to configure the calendar here. Like, the calendar needs to be part of this one. I'll try that if possible. Otherwise, I'll show you some screenshots on how the calendar looks like. Because even from this calendar, this calendar is only, this is only for the sales reps, right? So even from the sales rep also can schedule visits from the calendar. So there are buttons like schedule visit in the calendar page. If you go to the calendar card, you will see schedule visit button. You will see, other. There are a lot of types of lot of ways by which you can create visits. So all those buttons and all those links are available. Not everything that is available in the web, but some few of them are available for the sales rep uh, to act on. So here you will see notifications. So if there are some notifications, and you will see the products that you are working with. So yeah, so maybe these are the products, identification, classification, status. These are coming in by default, but not the others. Yeah, about this one, this is the version information and all of the Consumer Goods Cloud that you have. This is the tour that you have probably. The tour that you have is this one, and this is the tour detail. So start tour, view tour are all there. It's like when is the planned date and time, start date and time of the tour, and when is the actual start date and time. So today is 25th. I have started it. That's why it is giving me this date. But the planned date was 30th. And planned end time was 31st of 31st of January 2099. So it is a just a random date that is given. So you can, in the visit, ideally, you are going to change these dates. Start tour is already done, right? So that is why this one is not. So you have review vehicle details also. I have never worked with this, but you can have the vehicle details also, it looks like. And vehicle checked and all there are some statuses also, which some companies might have these features. They might need vehicle details to be entered here. So even those are available. Tour message is there, start tour activities completed. So if there are some activities that has to be completed before you start the tour, like you check the vehicle, check the route, and check what you have to do. If there are those activities, then once you start the tour, you have this review vehicle details. You have those activities listed, and you will have to kind of complete those to have it checked here. So this is how the store cockpit looks like. And the user, this is a user cockpit, and I was trying to get the advanced user cockpit here. However, I can't see that. Not even if I go to tour. This is the advanced user cockpit, but why it is not coming in the landing page, I don't know, because I have made it part of landing page. So this is how you change it here. So generally your requirement will have that what kind of cockpit the user wants to see. Generally it is advanced if you are implementing kind of complex Consumer Goods Cloud implementation. It is generally advanced, so you can change it from here. If a user wants to use, say, I mean, it is user specific again. If a user says, no, I don't want to land into the user cockpit, land into the main menu, you can do that as well. Yes, from here you can see the calendar. Yes, I don't know why it is not coming in the left side menu, but here you are. This is the calendar settings, not the calendar, sorry. So this is the settings of calendar where you can see the standard layout is a weekly layout. If you have the day with map, then you will only have the visits of the day at one side, left side, and you will have the map at the right side. And initial time could be whatever you set for this particular user. Like I have logged in with my user. So there are some details that you are going to capture in the web, like when the user starts their day. It might be 10 a.m. in the morning. So those details that are captured in the user sales org under that user, start time, end time of that user. So that will be reflected here. But you can, of course, you can change here as well. Show agenda time if you want to show the agenda time. If you want to show calendar week, you can. If you want to display the weekend or you do not want to display the weekend, all of these are part of calendar settings. You want to display traffic, you want to display routes. Some people just want to see the route, they do not want to see the traffic. You can keep this off, or if it is beneficial, keep this on. Yeah, again, picture profile, it is like, high, large, medium. So what kind of picture quality you want to see. Theme, yes, I mean high contracts and Salesforce. Yes, you have to restart the app. And these are the settings that you will generally have. So yeah, so this is how the CG Cloud handheld device will look like. Now I'm going to unshare. I don't know how. Stop share. Yes, stop sharing the screen, and I will log out from here now. Okay. Okay, I was just showing you from the iPad. Now I am going to show you again the data model that we left in between. So what we left in between is this one, right? Template data model. Yes, so you have all these you just saw, that you have some retail store, some consumer goods cloud objects, and you already know about the retail store location groups and retail store KPI. You also
already sharing the
seen
screen.
about, I think, yeah, you have assessment indicator definition, right? This one, you have a reusable list of performance metrics, indicator definitions. And now you
The
also
screen is
have
not visible.
assessment task indicator definition. This is a
Screen is
junction object, and you
screen
have
is not
assessment
visible.
task definition. This is something that you have not seen in the other slides before. When you join the assessment indicator definition and assessment task definition, you have to use this junction object, assessment task indicator definition. So this is the data model that is of template data model, and you have to use this data model once you start using Visit. So yeah, you knew about assessment indicator definition. Task definition is what? It is like each retail activity that a sales manager defines as a store activity. It is stored as a record in this particular object, and this object will have general fields like name, description, category, type of task, defines the type of task. So assessment task definition is defining the type of task that the user is going to do here. So the sales rep will do what? They will do inventory check, they will do planogram check, promotion check, they will create some orders, they will do some kind of surveys, they will do, they will check how the assets that the company has provided to this store, are they performing well, what are their performance metrics, etc. So all of these are different tasks that in the store will be captured, and those are going to be defined by assessment task definitions. And assessment task is, again, I mean, it is based on the definition. Those are the actual activities. If you see the second one, assessment task, this object is the actual activity that a field rep performs on the field. So the records of, assessment task definition. Okay, inventory check is the type of task, and what am I going to check in inventory check is the task definition. So it is a kind of, again, a kind of blueprint that you have. And in the assessment task object, the user is going to enter what activities he has actually done. If he is not able to do, all 10 activities that are defined in the task definitions, he is not going to enter all 10 activities. Whatever 5 or 7 activities he is able to complete in the limited time, he will just enter all those tasks in assessment task object. So I don't know. Is this the same one that we are looking at? Action plan. No, okay. This one is something again. And if you, it is better if you look at the, yes, task definitions and action plan templates. So yeah, so this is what we were discussing now. So
And your screen is
there
not
are some
visible. No?
possible business scenarios related to what type of tasks might be there. That might be inventory check. So this is a use case. If you see, you will be, when you are doing the requirement gathering, you will be seeing this use cases. You will be noting down this kind of use cases that the reps are going to the store, and they are going to just gather information on count of products or product categories in specific locations such as shelves and end caps. For that, the assessment task, their task type that they are going to target is inventory check. And the definition will be, you have learned about the definition in the last slide. Definition would be inventory count of a product category or display price of a product. This is another one, optimum quantity of products and their overall availability. So similarly, you will have planogram check. This is to amplify shopper experience. Why is it needed? Because the sales rep wants that he, the shopper experience amplifies. The field reps should be gathering information on how the things are displayed on the shelf. So the task definition, assessment indicator definition will be facings or share of shelf, just we have seen before, right? And the task type would be planogram check. So all of these are captured in different objects. This is task definition where you capture the type of task, and this is indicator definition where you are capturing the indicator. Just like that, you will have promotion check, you will have order creation, you will have surveys, and you will have other tasks. So yeah, tracking your assets is again your other task. Action plan template. Now you come to the action plan template, you will have this one, that say visit execution is action plan type. Generally it is told that when you go to action plan templates, it is generally pre-defaulted as visit execution, which you should keep as it is if you want to do visit execution through CG Cloud, and target object as visit object. So primarily action plan template will have this definition already. This record you will see in action plan template is already there. Yes, action plan template item. For each item in the action plan template will refer to a task definition. Each action plan template can have different set of tasks. So one set of template can have promotional check and planogram check. The other set could have order creation and delivery tasks. So templates can have various, you can break down those tasks into various templates. It's up to how the business runs. They might you might think of strategizing their tasks into small templates, or you might have a bigger template, because all those tasks are applicable for all the stores that may have. If it is not the case, then it is good to break down those tasks into different template items, different templates, and then in each template you go and add the items. And it also says in the items that whether a particular item is required. You will also have the order of the item. So what are you going to do first? First, are you going to do shelf check, or are you going to do the facings check? All of those are part of the sequence. So action plan template is primary list of items. So there is an example that if a field rep goes to a store for Alpine, his template has only these list of tasks to do. One is inventory check for energy bars, inventory check for mint summer cooler. So these are all different kind of product categories, right? So you can have inventory check for each kind of categories defined as a item. Inventory check for Alpine Mint Summer Cooler, and you have promotional check for some new product that has been launched, and planogram check for missing products on primary shelves. So you can have multiple action plan templates like this and multiple action plan items. So yeah, instead of going through the notes, I have just gone through the, yeah. Hmm. Trailhead. Sorry, I am probably talking in sound box. Hello. Is the sound coming good?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is how, the whole action and activities model works in Consumer Goods Cloud around visits. You will have indicator definitions, you will have visit KPIs, and you will have assessment task definitions, you will have templates and assessment task templates. Has anybody joined in new? Sorry, where is this? Here's one. Okay. Okay, you have a question? Do you have a question, Sandeepan?
Actually, ma'am, are you sharing the screen because your screen is not visible?
Oh, is it? Okay, okay. Sorry. Yes, I was sharing the iPad, right? And then I forgot. Okay. Yeah, then now you are able to see, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, right. Yeah, I was showing you this one where, the assessment tasks could be like this: inventory check, planogram check, promotion check. And there could be some use cases like, the field rep wants to check the count on products or product categories in specific locations in shelves or caps. Whereas your assessment indicator definition would be the count. So what is the type? It is inventory check. What is the definition? It is inventory count or display price of a product. So all of these comes under indicator definition. But when you go to the task type, it comes under task definition. And then under each action plan, as I was saying, that each action plan will have this kind of action plan items. So you have an action plan where you are using the assessment indicator definition, you are using the assessment task definition, but your template items are these. For say you are going to a store to check on some specific products. So in that template you will have only items for those specific products. I want to do inventory check for Alpine energy bars, so this is one action plan template item. For that you are going to use an assessment indicator definition of maybe facings or share of shelf, and your assessment task type would be inventory check. Again, the next template item is inventory check for Mint Summer Cooler. So you can see the definition would be same. Maybe the task type is also same. Only the product is varying here. Again, the next item here is promotion check. So here the assessment task type is promotion check. Your assessment indicator definition is new promotion. And then for that new promotion, what are you going to check? Maybe you are going to check the number of products that are displayed as part of new promotion. So that is, again, promotion check is your assessment task definition. So it is very confusing. What is task definition? What is indicator definition? So just keep in mind, task is the activity that you are going to do, and indicator is what you are going to check as part of that activity. Again, next one is planogram check. So what you are going to do is planogram check, that is task definition. And what activity are you going to do as part of planogram check? You are going to see, the picture of planogram and see the share of cells, the facings, etc. So facings and share of cells are indicator definition. Okay, so this is what I was sharing just now. Sorry, we have kind of wasted some 5 minutes on that. Yeah. So this part is a bit complex. Once you enter into the visit, no, it is a bit complex. That is why you should have all the master data questions answered fast in your discovery. And then you should enter into the visit because it has a lot of, complexity involved. Yeah. Again, the same thing that I have, showed you in this trailhead. This is what I have jotted down here. Once this is kind of shared or you go through the recording, you can see this. I will not go through this one anymore because I have already gone through the trailhead. Okay, order data model is the next one, and what is survey data model is there. Okay, I have not captured here inventory data model. I did not see that, but yes, I can keep that also as part of the next thing. Okay, so we do not have a lot of time now, so we can probably finish with this and we will see how much we can do. We just have 10 minutes. So yes, in as part of order data model, we have, if you see, order object is the standard object here in Salesforce. You have product object as a standard object as Salesforce, and then you have price book. So all of these are standard object. This is the junction object, order product. This should be junction object, right? Order product. I don't know why it is
Yes, yes.
like this. Assessment task order. Again, I mean, this is again a consumer goods cloud junction object. Yes, so that is indicated as white. Store product. Right. So whenever you are talking about an order, you are talking about ordering a particular product, and that product is part of a particular store. So all of these are interrelated. So when a field rep places an order during a store visit, a new order record is created, and you are going to use the standard order object. Again, the price book. A price book is a list of products and their associated prices. Retail store, while orders are managed at the account level. So when you are taking an order, you are associating it to an account, right? So if say Metro Cash and Carry is your customer, is the customer of your company, you have the parent Metro Cash and Carry as your account, and your all of your orders are associated to Metro Cash and Carry. But which store? For which store you have the order number 10, for which store you have it. So you can track the orders as part of retail store as well. Field reps have visibility into orders from previous visits, and they can, reorder if necessary. So if the field rep is capturing the order during their visit, they try to capture the order into the CG Cloud, platform itself during the visit. They can, do create orders during, store visit. So just I have shown you the store cockpit, right? So in the store cockpit, there is a card called order where you can create new orders. So in that case, this order is associated with this retail store. And whenever this sales rep comes back to this retail store again, he can look at the previous visits records and he can see what was ordered before and whether it has been delivered, whether he can see all those orders there, whether he can, kind of tally the book of accounts that yes, 10 products came and 5 products are sold, the revenue is already there. So all those tallying he will have to do, right? So he can capture the order in the retail store level also. Order product. A field rep can place a single order for multiple products. Each product ID is mapped to the order ID through the order product object. So it is a junction object. Store product, again, it is a junction object. It also allows to mark a product as favorite and specify a value for default order quantity. So this is what you get in this consumer goods cloud junction object called store product. So store product is not only just a junction object. It also provides you some capability of storing few special things, like something is favorite for this particular store, or this particular store has told that he wants to always order, whenever he orders he will order 10 of this particular product. So things like that you can capture. Field sales rep can prioritize order capture for these products, so they are never out of stock. So for fast moving like FMCG products, some are favorites, like if it is a store which is located in a school or college location, there might be specific type of chocolates or drinks that goes very fast. So
Mm.
the sales rep will be able to capture those. So when you do the um, discovery session, these are the questions that you have to ask: that where the store is located, what products goes fast, etc., etc., so that you can utilize these. You know what to utilize. Yes, you have a trailhead. I have jotted down the trailhead if you want to go through it. What do we have next? Yes, we have survey data model. Yes, so survey is a Salesforce standard object you already know. And we only have visit and retail store as part of consumer goods cloud in this model. Yeah, so as part of my experience, I have not used the survey object. We have used the question object in a visit. We have not used surveys yet, but I mean, it is in the roadmap that it is going to be used as part of broader surveys. But as part of the first implementation, we have just used, I think those are part of templates. I mean, in as part of template, you can put in some questionnaires which will be asked as part of store audit. So not really surveys. We called it survey as part of business language that they use, but that survey is more part of audits. So survey is gathering feedback from customers and store managers. Here our customer is our B2B customer and the store managers. This helps the company analyze how products are performing and see any areas that needs improvement. It can be a standard survey, it could be promotional survey, it can vary from store to store. So surveys also can have your dates, like you can have this kind of survey for Diwali promotions, or you can have pre-Diwali survey, or pre-Christmas surveys, things like that. So surveys will also have their dates, action, when the surveys are active. So yes, so you will have explore planograms, promotions, orders, and surveys. So you will have actual survey, one survey subject, say a particular promotion subject. Promotion is a survey subject, and you will have multiple surveys on promotions. You might have multiple surveys depending on the product, or depending on the store, or depending on the time. So you may have the same subject of promotion, but multiple surveys. Again, one survey will have multiple invitations. Definitely, you are going to invite a lot of people for a single survey. And then one invitation might have one or multiple responses as you configure it. You might, one single invitation, one person may give a response, type of response today, but tomorrow, throughout the life cycle of that survey, he might choose to give survey response every day, like during a short survey, like maybe during Diwali product survey, he might give the response every day. So a survey invite might have multiple responses. Again, a retail store is again related to the survey subject, and then visits are also related to the survey subject. So these are the things that comes after visit. So when you kind of looking at how the visits are conducted for a particular company, you'll be asking questions about how they conduct surveys or how they want to convert surveys going on. Right. So we are kind of done with the main data model. Inventory is not there. I know. I have to probably capture that as part of something that I may look at later. Inventory model. Yes. Yeah. So again, I mean, throughout these session 2 and session 3, you will see there are a lot of comparison tables. I think 3 or 4 comparison table of base data model and enhanced data model. Some talks about some smaller features, the minute features that you have, which base data model might not have, but enhanced data model will have. So depending on your requirement, if your company says that, your customer says that, they want to have planning of offline visit, or they want to track assets, they want to plan job lists, depending on the feature, you may have to decide what data model. Otherwise, you might see that, the base data model is sufficing everything, but still this is something mandatory that your company wants to, that your customer wants to have, then you will have to switch to enhanced data model, unless you want to do a customization on that. Okay. Difference, yeah, there is some difference between the base data model and advanced data model as well. So in mobile, from mobile perspective, so you can see it is written that user cockpit and retail store cockpit that I have just shown you. So what are the things that are available in the base data model, and what are the things that are not available in base data model but are available in enhanced data model? So you can do map based planning in enhanced data model. You will have mobile links. You will have the facility to creation of follow-up visits. You will have analytics links in enhanced data model, but you will not have all those in base data model mobile. You'll have just simple, visit, probably the visit questions and surveys in the base data model. Yeah, so next day we can go through the steps of setting up and configuring CG Cloud once we have the inventory data model also done. There are some steps which are available in help, but these are just, simple steps that we will just go through the overview of each step. Okay. So, and then we will dive deeper into visits and activities, because that is the most important part. Okay. So we are done with the third session today. We have 3 more sessions where I hope to delve deeper on the visit activities and of course the installation things as well. Okay, and we will also see a few things in mobile if I can configure, how the configuration works and all. That also.
Inventory data model?
Yeah, inventory data model then will be part of next session. I do not have it anyway. We do not have time to do that.
No, sure.
Yeah, that we will cover before we start with setting up and configuring CG Cloud. Okay. Okay. So I guess we are done with today's session. Thank you for attending the session today, and we will meet in the next session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Have a nice day, you too.